What's your worst date experience? What's your worst date experience?
You know, I really think that there was one worse than the girl with the piercing voice. But
That's pretty bad.
It's not that bad. She wasn't a bad person. It was just inconvenient or unfortunate. Is right. It was unfortunate that I didn't like something about her that way. I don't call it a bad date. I remember one time this girl messaged me and I said, I'll meet you for ice cream. And I went to ice cream and I waited an hour and she didn't show up.
That's the worst date I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it didn't happen.
No,
yeah.
That's pretty bad.
That's
so
sad.
I went home and, you know, and then I said something like message, hey, you forgot. And this is back when I was a pretty nice guy, like a pushover. Now I'm not, there's a level, which would be a fun thing to describe. Nice guy versus bad guy. And then whatever different levels. I was at the point where I was nice and a pushover. Now I'm nice, but I'm not a pushover. But anyway, now like recently I waited for a girl for half an hour. She didn't show and I left. Like I'm not waiting half an hour for anybody. That's ridiculous.
Not
Whatever.
A stranger.
Turned out she didn't show up to an hour later. She said, where are you? And I was like, you made me wait an hour, so I left. Or half an hour, so I left. I just whatever. Anyway, that date sucked because it didn't happen. And I just sat there like a goober in an ice cream shop by myself for an hour. And that won't happen again.
Yeah.
Because someone who can treat you like that isn't worth your time if you respect yourself. I mean, you have to have some standards.
Yeah, I think a half hour is a pretty good mark, but I would probably call or text, and if they didn't respond in a half hour, then I'd leave. Mm-hmm. If I didn't call at all,
I was in contact. She said she has something else she was doing. I'm like, okay, so whatever you're doing is more important than meeting with someone you agreed to meet with. So
yeah, at the time you agreed to meet them with.
So that I'm not gonna. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Then if you were in contact, then that makes sense. There was one time, and it wasn't a date, so I can't judge her for it. But one time, this gal goes, let's go to Worlds of Fun. It was like, just you and me? Like, yeah, just you and me. I was like,
nice.
That sounds fun. And I got there, and it was just her and me and like 3 or 4 other people, and she didn't talk to me once the whole time. And I didn't know these other people. And I was like, okay. So that one sucked. And it wasn't a date. She didn't say let's go on a date. She was just like, let's go. It's just you and me. It'd be a fun thing.
She's technically exempt, but it would still suck for you.
Yeah, but I was like, what is your problem? Like, at least talk to me. Like, I wasn't even coming here as a date, but like, be my friend. Don't ignore me. Yeah, that was sad. That was probably, if I count that as a date, that'd be the worst date. The hookah date though it was fine. It was a long date too, and that's what the other thing was like. This was way too long to be sitting in a hookah bar.